Okay, so as I mentioned before, one way to create and curate a lot of interactive resources is something called ThingLink. And I'm here on thinglink.com. I've signed in. I'm on a free trial right now. It is a paid service, and I will show you a way in a separate video to do this free with Google Slides if you'd like to. It's very similar to if you watch the video on conflict, how to do the thing on conflict. So basically, ThingLink is really good for if you're going to be creating a lot of these, or if you're going to maybe be creating a collection for your department or your school. It might be a good idea for your school to maybe just get into a license. I believe they're just around, they're less than $100 a year per teacher for this. So we're just going to quickly look at one. I'm going to be teaching Animal Farm soon, and I want to be able to get my students kind of familiar with the Russian Revolution before I do that. So I'm going to create an interactive content. You can see there's all sorts that you can create, but I'm going to go with an image. And I found an image. One of my favorite image sites, I should probably show you this real quick, is Pexels. Pexels is free for stock photos and royalty-free images, and you can search to your heart's desire and find what you need, and then just download what you need. So I'm going to go back here. I did find an image that I want to use. So again, I'll be teaching Animal Farm, and so I'm going to choose a farm image as my background. So I'm going to let that load. And now that it's loaded, I'm going to have the opportunity to add tags or add those hot spots for me to be able to use with my students. So I'm going to go ahead and add a tag, and this is going to be text and media. You can change your icon here. So I'm going to change it to, there's a spot down here for media. And this is, I'm going to change this to a little icon that shows that you're going to be coming out of the image a little bit. And I definitely want it to contrast to my picture, so I'm going to go with orange. And my title is going to be Russian Revolution Summary. And that is from the History Channel. So history.com has a really great summary of the Russian Revolution, including some videos. And I'm going to put that here. Here's the URL. And I can actually add what I want on the URL. Click to read about the Russian Revolution. And I'm just realizing that I spelled summary wrong up there, so I'll fix that. And now if I go ahead and click done, it's now got my hotspot, and it's letting my students know they're going to go out to a website, and I can move this hotspot by just dragging it wherever I want. So another tag that I want to be able to add is a photo tour that I found of Alexander Palace, where the Nicholas II and his family lived, one of their favorite places to live. And so again, I'm going to go down to that media section, and I'm going to find the image icon so that they know that this is an image. I'm going to go ahead and add the URL and click to view the Alexander Palace images. And I'll title this as Alexander Image or Palace. And I'll click done. So now this one will be up here. And I have a couple others. So I've got a virtual tour I'm going to add. And then I'm going to actually create an assignment for my students. And so what I've got over here is a character. I want them to really research some of the main characters of the Russian Revolution that are obviously going to be compared to the animals in Animal Farm. And so I'm going to hotspot this character analysis so I can pull it up on the board anytime. I'm going to have them do 2 or 3 a day for a week. And I want that just to pull it up on the board very easily using my hotspots. What they're going to do is they're going to search Joseph Stalin, and then I've created a very simple, in Google Drawings, a very simple customized graphic organizer. So Stalin is here. What is Stalin's job history? What is Stalin's significance on the Russian Revolution? how did it end for Stalin, and then any additional interesting facts. And this is actually going to be on paper. As much as I love technology, it's also, I think, really important for at least my students to be writing things down when they're researching, because cutting and pasting, when they cut and paste a lot, they're not really reading what they're doing. And by writing things down and shortcutting things, so that they're taking notes, having to think about how to shortcut it, it's actually them internalizing things. So I've actually created this Google drawing as an 8.5 by 11 size. I just did that by going to page setup. I changed it to 8.5 by 11, and now I can print that and then make copies back and front for a little packet. And my students can actually have this little packet of a character chart that I've created. And each day they'll just do a couple of main character analyses. So to hotspot this, I first sure want to make sure that anyone with the link can view, so that the board isn't going to ask me to sign in to do anything. So I'm going to go over here and add the tag. And for this one, I'm on my icon, I want them to have a pencil. So we'll go down to the media and we'll find a pencil. I'm not finding really a good pencil here, but oh, here's one. There we go. And orange that one out, and we'll put in this as character list. And then on the URL, we'll stick in that URL from Google. And for the text, I'm just going to say just list. I'm just going to put list there to remind myself it's a list. Okay. So that's an activity we'll be doing with this little ThingLink. And again, this will be on the board. So it's a nice little image for them to see on the board. But I've got all of my hotspots from my URLs here. So I'm going to continue to add more as I need them to get them into the Russian Revolution, to get them familiar with the history and the characters and the people that were in the Russian Revolution. And that way, as we're reading Animal Farm, they'll be able to make these connections, and obviously I'll have some work for them to do as well. So that is how to use ThingLink and hotspot images in ThingLink for a virtual tour. I click done, and I'm going to click share, and if I get the direct link, I can go to direct link, copy this, and then when I pull it up on the board, this is what it's going to look like. So it'll be nice and clean. Not too many distractions, one clean image with my hot links there. All right, stay tuned for a free way to do this without ThingLink using Google Slides.